Satnam, and welcome back to the channel. My name is Gobind, and this is Ashley Taylor, and we are here tonight for a very special broadcast. We're actually going to be giving some chakra readings and also doing a group energy clearing session within the Akashic Records. But most importantly, we're also going to be sharing information about our new upcoming free 4-week mini course called Sacred Coordinates, the Map. So, hi Ash, how are you doing?
Hello, I'm doing good. How are you?
So good. Yeah, we're so excited about this, you guys. So let me actually take a moment and say hi to everybody that's in the chat. Hello, Diane. Welcome in. Hello, Shayna, Kate, Anastasia is here. Ryan, Dawn, how are you guys doing? Josue, welcome in. Lish is also here. Carmelola, Mary, Lisa, Trina. If you guys are here live, make sure to say hi in the live chat because we love the live chat interaction. Hello, Maria. So, Ash, what are you most excited about for today?
To explain our little mini course that's going to happen soon and to do some chakra readings for people tonight.
I know we haven't done anything like that before, you guys. So this is really, really cool. But I also want to get you guys really excited because basically what we've come up with together is this kind of like healing plan, if we can call it that, and like a format to how to truly like dive in and begin to integrate a lot of the teachings that we, were offered by all these different modalities. Like you guys know, in our channel, we talk a lot about astrology, we talk a lot about the gene keys, and we talk a lot about human design. And all of those systems by themselves alone, they like have a lot of like complexity. And it takes, how long has it taken you to get somewhat of a grip on like the 3 systems? Like, where are you at with it in your journey? How long have you been studying them?
It's been quite a few years now, and it's ongoing, and I'm constantly learning the deeper I go. But when I first really started, it was like the biggest exhale you could ever take to kind of realize, oh, this is who I am. Like at a soul level, this is who I am.
Mm-hmm. Oh. Which one, finding out which one surprised you the most, was the most like resonant? They probably all were resonant, but which one do you feel was like the most resonant for you? Or the most surprising? Yeah.
In the modalities, the first thing that really blew my socks off was human design, because like my life before learning this was like go, 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 like doesn't matter if you burn out, just work, work, work. And then I was like, why am I so tired all the time? And then I realized I was a projector, and Jai actually taught me that, like, oh, we need a lot of sleep, like projectors need rest. And I'm like, oh. And when I found that out, that's when I was like, okay, I'm allowed to rest. Like, I actually need this. So finding that out in human design was like,
yeah. I feel you. And also for me, it was very, very similar, where when I found out that I was also a projector, I remember thinking, oh my God, this just makes so much sense. Mm-hmm. And because of how I am, I was like, okay, I need to know more. I got to know more. I got to know more. So I dove in and studied all these systems, like in a way that most people like probably don't even have time for. Like, I mean, this is what I'm meant to be doing. Right. And this is part of like me stepping into my purpose has been to study all these systems so that I can help others. Like as a projector, right? We're the guides. As a projector, work one-on-one with people or in like small groups and help guide people to understand themselves. And so this year, I have been doing a lot of readings, all thanks to Robert Grant. He kind of blew me up in a really freaking epic and quantum way. And I will always be forever grateful for this like explosion of people coming in and wanting to know their gene keys, their human design, and their astrology. And so I started to do all these readings, and it was right after the first trip when we got back from Egypt. This was in February. And it was this like wave that flooded, and all these people were so curious about all three systems at the same time. So after doing all these sessions, all these months now, and even before that I was doing sessions, but this time right after, Robert Grant's, the podcast came out, I had many more people coming in to see all three systems, not just like an astrology reading or like a human design reading or like a Gene Keys reading, but like all three of them at the same time. Like everybody was really curious about them. They all have different ways of giving you insight about who you are. And I like to say that there are three different languages that are basically talking about the same thing, except in three different ways. So once you understand that they're kind of interchangeable, it opens up this like pathway, three different ways of you learning about yourself and studying yourself and getting to know yourself. And so I'm doing these sessions and I'm starting to notice like, okay, everybody is asking me questions like, should I book another reading? Like, where can we take it from here? What's the next step? Like, how can I like fully, start to embody this? And I was like, and the reason is because I have gone through years of looking at myself. And so it's hard to kind of summarize, how do you actually integrate the teachings of these three systems into your life? Like, what are the ways? And so Ashley has been helping me out this year. I'm mentoring her, and she has been so amazing in the Moon Goddess training. And she's also an amazing Akashic reader. She graduated from the Moon Goddess training in 2023, I believe. Yeah. And so she had a whole year of like integrating herself. And then I invited her to come on, and we have discovered that we really enjoy working together.
Yes, it's so fun.
Yeah, and because we're both projectors. And so it's like we're a team. We really feel like we're a team. So we've been working with the girls in the Moon Goddess training this year, doing some really awesome things that we never done before. So like for level 1, we did 2 or 3 sessions? I can't remember now. I think we did 2 sessions.
3, I think?
No, 3. I think you're right. We did 3. No, you're right. We went crazy for level 1. So anyways, outside of the training, we had 3 individual sessions with all the girls. And I love saying girls. So in the training, and we're like, wow, this is really helpful. So to like talk to people like one-on-one and be like, let's just look at your chart. Let's look at your situation. Let's look at what are you wanting to get out of this program. Let's help you answer questions that you have. Let's do an Akashic reading for you. Let's, tune into what it is that you need and how, because everything needs to be personalized. It's like very, very individual. So then we did that for level 1. We're like, wow, that was amazing. We really like doing that, So then level 2 comes around, and we decided that we're going to also do a session. And this time, holy moly, we designed a whole session where Ashley and I are working together to guide these women through working with the shadows. And not just that, but doing like deep soul retrieval sessions, shamanic soul retrieval sessions, going back into childhood, memories in childhood, and then changing and transforming and quantum, changing the timeline, basically, so that in the present, that is no longer an issue. Whatever trauma, whatever, shadow, whatever, wound was, ingrained, and that piece of you, because it's like when we call it soul retrieval is because there's like pieces of you that were left behind in the past. When you call those pieces back in, when you go find them, you go into like the subconscious mind, the memory space, like the timelessness, and we literally time travel. Doesn't it feel like we time travel? So we time travel. back into childhood and gather those lost pieces of ourselves. And then we also provide Akashic messages that come through in these sessions. And oh man, they are freaking powerful. So we're sitting here, we're like talking. We're like, man, it would be so cool to be able to offer this to the public, you know, to help guide people through some of these like things. So we came up with a plan. We came up with like 10 powerful steps that you can take. And there's like an order, like step 1, step 2, step 3, to help you integrate and embody these teachings. And part of it includes like learning your human design, learning your astrology, learning your gene keys. And then, and then we talk about the aspect of like, how do you actually apply it to your life? Because a lot of the times these systems can be very much in your head, very mental, but now we're like diving deeper into the integration of the actual healing. And so we want to share this with you guys, and that's why we're here. So yes, we're going to do some chakra readings, and yes, we're going to do a group energy clearing, which are all things that we recommend that you like observe and watch and help to do for yourself in life in general at some point along the journey. But we're also going to share with you that we're going to be hosting a mini course, a 4-week mini course, where we're going to tell you these steps. We're going to give you the insight into like, okay, what are the ways in which we feel you could really support yourself through this journey. And so just a quick overview of the mini course. And by the way, there's a link in the description of this video, and you can join right now. And everybody gets approved to get into the class, but you do have to just answer a couple questions, and that'll help us kind of tune into the energy of what's going on and with you, and what are you struggling with, and what are your challenges, because we're going to talk about all that in the class. You have to just be a member of the Mighty Network. And so if you don't have an account, you'll just create an account. And I also recommend that you download the app. So in the first week of the mini course, which we called Sacred Coordinates, the map, where we're going to show you the way to find the treasure that is uniquely yours to find. Class number 1 is basically introduction to the roadmap, and then also your soul blueprint. So Ash, do you want to share a little bit about what is so important about learning, you know, your gene keys, your astrology, and your human design, like your blueprint? What do you feel is the most important thing about learning your blueprint? Why is that like the first thing that we need to know?
I feel like, and I kind of touched on it a bit earlier, but to know these things is to like, almost like, it's like peeling back almost like the layers of an onion to all these things that you have been conditioned to just all this stuff that really isn't you. And when you start to look at your astrology, look at your human design, look at your gene keys, you're like, you do the work, and it literally cracks you wide open to be like, holy shit, this is me. And then you get to like, it's almost like restarting your life journey. Like you literally uncover all these amazing gifts that you came to Earth with.
Yes. And then that's the first step, right? So like something does click. And it did for us personally. Like something clicked when we saw our design, when we looked at it. And that is the first step. It's like becoming aware. It's the awareness that comes in onto your little soul blueprint, your little map. And then you have to take it to the next step. And so week 2, we're going to talk about embodying and integrating the teachings. So in your words, Ash, why is it so important to embody and integrate? And what is like one example where you have like done this in your life, integrated one of the teachings into your life?
Okay. Well, one of the ways that I have done the work is again in my human design, starting to live like my true strategy and authority. And it could be the littlest thing during the day, like, you know, wake up and you start your routine. But for my personal human design, I am an emotional projector. So one thing that I learned was like, I can't make big decisions like that. Like, so I ride this wave where I kind of have to go really high and low. And then once I level out, then the clarity kind of comes in. And again, when you're like, go, 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 you don't have those times to think. So that was the biggest thing that I started to do was like, hold on a second, Ashley. Is this something that you actually want? So I would have these moments during the day and ask myself, and it could be so silly, like be walking around the house and being like, but do I actually feel like I want to do this, or am I people pleasing? Or do I just not want to upset anyone? So I'm going to do that. So there's that. And a lot, sorry, I'm tripping over my words. Journaling is the absolute best for me because I live in my mind a lot. And so when I can put it down onto paper, it really makes me become even more aware when I'm reading it. And then from there, I'm like taking action steps like, oh, okay. And it really brings me down into my body.
I love that. Yeah, they're bringing it down like from the information to like more of like actual practices. And, you know, they call it the human design experiment, where you try on your strategy and your authority and you start making decisions based off of that. And things definitely start to shift. So how do you bring it, anchor it deeper into your body? So that's what we're going to talk about week 2 of the mini course. And then week 3, we're going to share with you guys like our own personal stories of healing, of, you know, moving through the work. Like, what does it actually mean? And what does it feel like to actually, you know, do the work? And in class number 4, we're going to give you this like roadmap that gives you the 10 steps that we recommend you take and in which order to actually really bring it all in and integrate it. So it's going to be amazing, you guys. We're so excited. And again, the mini course is totally free and we can't freaking wait. So thank you for letting us, you know, share that information and listening. And let's do some chakra readings. Let's dive in. So what we're going to do is I'm going to open up the Akashic records. I'm going to say the prayer to open up the records. And then we're going to play some games to choose people from the chat. So you have to be in the chat to be able to participate, to get the mini chakra readings. So if you're here, feel free to just take a moment to ground yourself whenever we're entering into the Akashic records. You want to give yourself the opportunity to, you know, anchor your energy and tune into your body. We want you guys to tune into your body too, so that it'll be a lot easier for us to read your energy. So feel free to close your eyes if you want to. And here we go. From the deep depths of the cosmic mind, I hear a whisper. This whisper calls us inwards towards our essence. A light begins to glimmer at the center of our heart. This is the light of unity, the all-knowing wisdom of the One. Through this door, we open the gates of the Akashic, the magical flower of life. We see our duality. We recognize our sacred trinity. We begin to witness infinite possibilities as we become the observer and the observed. A powerful and luminescent light engulfs our being, and we feel many dimensions all at once. We enter the Akashic records, protected and loved by all beings, by all star beings that have accessed these portals before. The records are now open. May wisdom flow, may understanding descend, and may we be blessed with the light of love. All So here's, do you want to explain to everybody how we're going to choose people?
Oh, yes, we're going to play some games. And I'm going to ask, like, what blah, blah, blah am I thinking of? And then you guys have to guess. And that's how we're going to pick who's getting the readings.
All right. So what's our first category?
Okay, first category is, what chakra am I thinking of?
Ooh, and you guys, I don't know the answer. I'm guessing with you guys. While you guys are guessing in the chat, I'll say hi to a couple more people that came in. I don't know if I said hi to you, Ryan, but good to see you. Maria, Jeanette, Marielle is also here. Lish, Danny, welcome, welcome. Intuitive hairstyling, welcome, welcome. Anita, Alessa, welcome in. Okay, we've got some guesses. Let's see. We've got root, heart, solar plexus, heart, crown. You know what's so funny is there's more than 7. If you have done the moon goddess training, you know there's more than 7 chakras. So who knows? Maybe she's got one of those special ones that is beyond the 7. So I don't know. I have an intuition about it. Did anybody get it yet?
I'm just looking here. Maria was the first one to say it. It was the solar plexus.
Ooh, nice. Okay, congratulations, Maria. All right, so Maria, we're going to ask you to just kind of close your eyes and tune in and anchor yourself in this moment as we tune into your energy. And what we're going to do is I'm going to tune into one specific chakra. We're both going to do this. One specific chakra that is calling our attention, that we feel needs a message. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull a card for you for this chakra, and I'll tell you once I receive it. And then while I'm doing that, Ashley's going to write down some messages that she gets about the chakra that she feels is calling her attention. So let's tune in. All right. I actually have this new card deck that I'm using. It's not new. I mean, it's new because I haven't really used it very much, but it's called the Star Temple Oracle. And there's 2 chakras that were like just kind of jumping out at me. But, actually, as a matter of fact, I think I'm tuning into the one in between them. So I was tuning into the throat and I was tuning into the heart. And both of those were like, oh my God, me, no, me. And so I'm thinking maybe I'm tuning into the high heart because that's right in between those 2. And this card just literally flew out of here. Let's see. Oh my God, there's actually 2 cards and they seem to be, it's the same name on the cards, but they have different messages. It's card 37 and card 38, and it's called Merope. One of them is the priestess, and the other one is the fallen star. So I'll just show you the cards real quick. They are really, really beautiful. It's funny because this card here that's called the priestess she's got her hands in Anjali Mudra, hands together, but it's over her throat. So I'm feeling this energy of like stillness and quiet in the throat chakra. That's what's needed to find clarity. That's the first message that's coming in. And I'm going to tune into this one being the heart chakra. And then together the message will be about, bringing it into the high heart. So this card says the fallen star. So interesting. Now, they both have a descriptive phrase here at the bottom. So in this card, you have the word embody. And in this one, you have the word shame. And so what the throat chakra is needing right now is for you to embody the clarity by finding stillness. That's exactly what I'm getting. And then the heart chakra needs to find those spaces where you feel that frequency of shame and love it. Because one of the the steps that we're going to teach you about is basically soul retrieval. We're not going to teach you how to do it, but we're going to talk about how important soul retrieval is. And how when you have experiences when you're young and they turn into traumas for whatever reason, and sometimes traumas don't have to be like super intense and physical and violent like we normally think of trauma. Traumas can happen in the most like in places that feel like, well, nothing happened, nothing was said, there was nothing wrong, but then that created a trauma either way. And so this is asking you to heal any shame. And the way that you heal shadows is you tune into the energy and you love those places that are wounded. And together in the high heart, when you bring this energy into the high heart, the messages that you're going to get, that you should, the affirmations for you to bring this energy to harmonize it in the high heart is, I am an embodiment of the divine feminine, and I no longer hide my face. I step into my light with love. And she's got this freaking epic crown, and she's in her element. Like, she is not afraid to be herself. Like, I feel power. You're stepping into your power. And Merope, the two names on the cards is Merope. You know what Merope is? Merope is one of the stars in the Pleiades. She's one of the Pleiades. So that's what I got for you, Maria. What did you connect with, Ashley?
My reaction was because I also picked the throat. And as soon as I had said Maria's name, it was like this buzzing that was happening in my throat. And so I wrote buzzing in the throat, standing in your power by speaking your truth. And the visual that I got was like, it was almost like a circus setting. And there's this giant stage and there's people everywhere watching Maria.
Wow.
She's a little mouse and she's in the middle and she's got this little like microphone and she's like shaking and she's like like trying to like speak and she's like talking really quiet like this. And then all of a sudden something just like surges through the throat, and as she clears her throat, her voice just like echoes, but she goes from mouse to lion. And so she's this tiny little mouse, and then when the throat activates, all of a sudden she transforms into this beautiful lion that literally roars, and people's bodies have like reactions to her voice. So there was that. And then just some things that I was asking, like what could she be doing to kind of work with the throat, is sometimes people will look in the mirror and like talk to the mirror as if they're talking to themselves. There's like also making voice notes, you know, just speaking and then playing it back to yourself till you start to move through maybe the shame or the like uncomfortability, I think, of your own voice speaking, until you're confident enough that like talking just isn't a scary thing for you anymore. And then what I was seeing was the throat, once it's fully activated, it's actually in cahoots with the solar plexus and the sacral. So the more she speaks, the more confident she gets. But then all of a sudden, the sacral just like magnified out, and this massive creative spark is like, she's on fire, like can't stop creating.
Oh my God.
So that's what came up for me.
I love that. Oh, wow. That was really fun.
That was.
That was awesome. All right. Congratulations, Maria. And there you go. So that's what it's going to look like. So here we go on to our next mini chakra reading. So what is the next category?
Okay. Next one is, what form of self-care am I thinking of?
Oh, good one. And while you guys are guessing, I'm going to read Maria's comment. She says, getting chills. On Thursday, I spoke for the first time as a panelist at a holistic healing summit. Was nervous, but as the talk went on, I relaxed into it and ended pretty strong. Oh my God. You guys, this is what we're talking about, dude. Me and Ash together. We have a blast. Okay, here we go. We got some guesses coming in. Thank you, Marcia. You're welcome, Maria. Okay, so the guesses we're looking for is, what type of self-care is Ashley thinking of right now? We got some guesses coming in. We got massage, sleep, salt bath, breath work, bubble bathing, sauna. Ooh, nice. Two people said sauna. Pedicure, Rebecca. Yes. Grounding. I like that. Movement. Cold plunge. Yo, Shayna knows what's up. She knows what's up. Dude, I used to take cold showers. Oh my God. One time I did it for like 40 days in Colorado during the winter, which you get some icy cold water. But yes, it is amazing. Cold water therapy is one of the most amazing things that you can do for yourself. We got friend time, earthing, nap, quiet time, horse ride. Ooh, I like that, Diane. Yes. So the guess is, if you're just coming in, and if anybody says it, just say it out loud, Ash. If anybody's has anybody guessed it yet?
Somebody is close.
Go with close.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's the earthing.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So somebody said grounding, but earthing is closer, you say.
Yeah.
Okay. So what was it?
I said nature walk.
Okay. I see how that's closer. Okay. We're going to go with earthing. Congratulations, Dawn. You are the winner of the next reading. I can't stay serious, you guys, for like 2 seconds. All right. So, Dawn, we're going to ask you to just kind of close your eyes and tune into your body, so we can also tune into your energy. No more laughing, Dawn. I'm just kidding. And see which chakra is calling out for a message. Which chakra is calling out the most? Okay, I'm getting something pretty clear, so I'm going to go with it. I'm getting your crown chakra. So let's see. We're going to pull a card for the crown chakra. What do you need to know in terms of crown chakra energy? You know. Okay. Wow. This card. Seleno. She's also another one of the Pleiades. Okay, so this card is called the Oracle. It kind of looks like Kuan Yin, to be completely honest with you. The green color in this card is anchoring the energy into your heart. But what I felt was the crown chakra being a bright white light, just open to the messages. So I feel like this message for you is about just staying open to receive that which is for you to receive. There's also like an alignment. I feel like alignment is going to be really important for you to do in any way, shape, or form. So whatever, like I know you practice yoga. I know you do a lot of things, meditations, things like that help you align. But there's like a full on kind of like a whole body chakra alignment that will be really, really good for you to do. And if you visualize the energy coming in through the crown in this, like, it's like a stillness that comes in, very focused. It just seeps through every single chakra, but it comes in through the crown. And you're like embodying, right? Like heaven on earth, spirit descending into matter. And she is in like a meditative pose, very focused. So this is asking you also to focus. That energy somehow needs to come in and land into your heart center. And the message here is, well, it's called the oracle, like I said, but it's also says forecast. So it's like information that you need to know about where you're going, what's coming up for you, will come in through this crown chakra. So it's like a satellite. So it wants you to sit and focus so you can tune into the information that wants to come in. So something wants to come in, and it's like the forecast. This is actually really cool. Your mantra: I am the oracle. My intuitive insights flow freely. What did I say? Oh my God. I freaking love this energy. So there you go, Dawn. What did you come up with, Ash? What did you tune into? These cards are amazing, you guys. I'm freaking, whoa.
Okay, it was super quick, but what I was tuning into was below the feet chakra.
Oh my God. Well, I was thinking the crown, and I was thinking up here, and you were thinking like all the, wow. Okay.
So what I heard was she's rooted wherever she goes.
Oh my God.
And so what it was showing me was Dawn's feet on the earth. And so she takes a step in one direction. You see the roots come down and anchor into the earth. Then she's like, all right, now I'm ready to go here. And then instead of roots, it turned to peony bushes, and she anchored into there. And then the next place she went, then it turned to like her next set of roots. You could hear, and I started to feel on the bottom of my feet like buzzing, and it was bumblebees. And the honey, the dripping of the honey,
whoa,
was the roots.
Oh my God.
And then
Dawn's gonna love this.
As you were saying that she needs to like to listen to receive the messages, I was writing receiving from the earth, but needing to take moments outside to actually hear it.
Oh, wow.
That's what I got.
And I felt that energy, like somehow it was like it was starting here for me, and it was like a slow coming down like honey. I felt the slowness of like honey. So it was like steady, but also like thick. There was like a thickness to the energy coming down, and I felt it going through all of her chakras, and you were like grounding it down into the earth. Oh my God. Wow. Okay. That was amazing. All right, Dawn. Okay. So let's move on to our third reading. So what is our next category, Ash?
Okay. Next category. What astrology sign am I thinking of?
Ooh. Oh, this is going to be good. And Dawn said, while you guys are guessing, Dawn said, oh, it's Selaeno. Selaeno is the name of one of the Pleiades. Just look at the Pleiades and she's one of them. She is going to a forgiveness festival in Italy next month, I believe, with honoring Saint Celestina. Whoa. Oh my God. Wow. That's crazy, Dawn. Lish, that's the cosmic sandwich. Whoosh. This is so fun, you guys. Okay, so now we're guessing which astrology sign is Ashley thinking of. Somebody's gonna get it. You're welcome, Dawn. Hello, Paz.
Somebody got it.
Who got it? Who got it?
Intuitive hairstyling. My sign was Aquarius.
Oh my God, that was like the second person that guessed. Congratulations. Tell us your name. And we shall get started with your reading. Intuitive hairstyling. Congratulations. Thanks for guessing, everybody. Okay, this is reading number 3. If you just happen to hop into the broadcast, by the way, while we wait for Intuitive Hairstyling's name, what we're doing today is we're doing some mini readings, and we are also sharing with you guys some awesome information about our free 4-week mini course, which actually starts September 2nd, which we didn't even mention yet, but starts September 2nd. The link is in the description of this video. Please request to join the space. I'm going to approve everybody that requests. And we're so excited to dive into these topics, including like the reason why we're doing chakra readings today is because this is part of what we recommend, that you tune into your chakras and you tune into your energy and you know what your energy is like. Okay, Jennifer, we're going to ask you to just take a moment to close your eyes and tune into your body. Bring the focus, anchor yourself into your body as we tune into your energy and see which chakra is calling our attention. Where maybe do you need some balancing? What messages want to come through for you? So as I'm sitting here and I'm like, okay, which chakra? All of a sudden my mind's eye is blasted with this like dark green color. Almost like it's not too dark, but it's like very, very intense heart chakra energy. Okay, you guys, this is great.
Do you see what I have put all over here?
I love it. All those hearts. All right. So heart chakra. So tuning into heart chakra. It's interesting because the word that I just saw in my mind is grief. And the heart chakra does hold that frequency of grief. Like when you have to heal with grief, it's found in the space of the heart. And so let's see what your message is for the heart chakra. Asterope, another one of the Pleiades. Wow, this card is really cool. So she's holding a golden apple and she is serious. My God. This picture is amazing. So Asterope, another one of the Pleiades. Card number 33. Okay, just for that, I am going to read to you the message from the Gene Keys 33rd. I have to. 33rd is such a powerful one. So the 33rd Gene Key goes from the shadow of forgetting to the gift of mindfulness and the city of revelation. There is no situation on earth that cannot be used as a means to raise your frequency and open your heart to your inner divinity. My gift to you. I am here to help you remember and to release you from the prison of your emotional life. Even if you want to speed up enlightenment, you can't. So give yourself plenty of permission to think, to feel, to desire, to react, to hide. Let nothing be forbidden. All I ask is that you be mindful of what you do. The first step in awakening is realizing that you've been asleep. So do not try to change your patterns or passions. Just recognize them. Ah, there I go again. Catch yourself forgetting your true nature. Learn to feel increasingly comfortable with discomfort. In time, you will naturally come to realize that something more wondrous than you can imagine is looking through your eyes, thinking through your mind, and living through your actions. In the end, all of life shall remember itself through you. All that you'll experience is the revelation of the eternal now. Wow. Okay, the little message here on this card says, co-create. So I feel like there may be spaces where you might feel a loneliness. That's also part of the heart. And I think you may be forgetting like your amazingness, forgetting how amazing you are, and that's where the grief is coming from. But you need to remember like how special and unique and powerful you are. Your mantra, my abundance mindset attracts endless blessings. I love this. And the golden apple, right? The golden apple is that's the energy that you want to tune into. Focus, ground yourself, and know your worth. Another message coming in. The sacred orchard. Wow. And that is what I got. And Ashley, what did you tune into for Jennifer?
Well, I also tuned into the heart. And before I wrote heart, I started drawing hearts all over her name. That was kind of funny. And then I started tapping on my heart, because that's one thing that I like to do sometimes for myself is I do EFT tappings. And so when I started to tap on your heart, I was pulling through some affirmations that you could be touching in your heart space and saying as well. And the affirmations I got were, my heart is anchored in love. It is safe to feel in my body all that I hold in my heart. It is safe to drop the walls around my heart and allow others, including myself, into this space. I am safe. I am loved. I am worthy of love. Love is my true nature. And then as I was seeing Jennifer do this tapping and speaking the affirmations, I was watching the walls that feel like they're built up around her heart kind of melt down. And then all of a sudden I seen her holding this cup. And as the walls are melting, the cup is like filling up with, I wrote emotional life force.
Wow.
So it was like, as the tapping is happening, she's coming more to life, you know, and the cup is filling. And the more the cup fills, the more she's like emotionally grounded. That's what I was feeling.
Wow. Oh my God. That, Ashley has the most beautiful visuals every time. Seriously, like so vivid. It's so vivid. I love it. So congratulations. And then Jennifer, we hope you enjoyed your mini reading. And again, thank you guys so much for being here. Okay, let's do another chakra reading. So what is going to be our next category?
What's the word? What type am I thinking of in human design?
Oh my God, there's only 5 options, you guys.
He's the first one to get it.
This should be quick. You're welcome, Jennifer. Glad that you loved your mini reading. All right, so next guess is, what type in human design is Ashley thinking of? What type is she thinking of? You guys are funny. Whoa. It's obviously not going to be projected. I'm sorry. I'm totally kidding. I was like, I think I know what you're thinking of. But we'll see.
Lish got it. Manifester.
Wait, she didn't. Wait, when did she say manifester?
She's got it down here. It says Manny.
But okay, so Manny, wait, Lish, did you mean manifester? Just straight up? I think so, right? Okay. Dun, 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 dun. Yep, I think you're right. Okay. All right. Lish. Yeah, yes. Congratulations. I thought you were thinking of a reflector. Okay.
Was the first one that came to mind, but I was like, no.
Too obvious. Oh, she said she meant Manny Jen. Well, she's being honest. She's being honest. So that means that the next person that actually wrote Manifestor is Shala.
Okay.
Yeah, I believe Shala. Okay, Shala, congratulations. So we'll take a moment to close our eyes and tune into your energy. Shala, feel free to do the same. You're going to tune into your chakras and see which chakra is calling our attention. What message do you need to hear right now in terms of your energy? Anything important that needs to come through? All right, I'm going to start shuffling cards, but the thing that I'm tuning into the most is the root. And I actually saw the color red. And then I saw the Aquarius symbol, which is, well, it's obviously it's an air sign. But it's also ruled by Uranus, which is the planet of revolution and change. So I think the first message, just in terms of like just the visuals that I got, is that there's something about what grounds you, what makes you feel secure in the root space, in the root chakra. There's either change happening that's making you feel uncomfortable, or change is coming that's making you feel comfortable, or the advice is something needs to change in this space of the root, because it may be stuck. There may be some stuck energy in the root. And when I did tune into the root chakra, I felt like really dense. It didn't feel like unhealthy or anything like that. It just felt like there's something needs to change, like something needs to shift. And that's what that Aquarius energy brings in. So if you've been doing like the same thing over and over and over, it's time to try something new, is the first message that comes in. And let's see what card wants to bring you a message here about your root chakra. Ooh, it's taking a long time, which just tells me that it just reiterates the message that I'm getting. Okay. Taigeta. Oh, another one of the Pleiades. Dude, we're getting Pleiades all over the place here. Okay. Taigeta is known as the mystic. And this is what she looks like. So it's a blue color. She looks like one of the freaking Power Rangers. I'm just kidding. She looks like some kind of ethereal warrior, which makes me think of, I feel, okay, so there may be like some kind of like defensiveness going on, or something going on that requires you to kind of be on guard, or to create some kind of a strong boundary. And it may be a little bit like exhausting. I think it may be exhausting you. But anyways, to embody the mystic is to allow life to be magical again, to surrender to the magic. And I think that's what this message is for you, is let the magic in. Let things, shift. See what happens when you surrender, when you let go, when Uranus brings earthquakes, and the root chakra being the space of like being grounded, getting shaken up by the Uranus energy can feel a little bit intense. Plus the blue color is very Uranus. It's very Uranus to me. And this physical pose that, she's like mid-air, like throwing a kick. She's like, I am so powerful and I've got this, this is my magic. So it's like, activate your magic. The magic is in your hands. Throw those like magic balls. You know what I mean? Like, just be in your power, and you be the one that brings the change instead of the change being forced on you. Wow. Your mantra, your message, your affirmation: I weave my magic and surrender to the universe. Whoa. Okay, this is powerful. I weave my magic and surrender to the universe. So it's like, set the intention, throw your magic balls around, throw them to where you want to go, and then let it go. And then just let yourself receive. and feel as if you've already received it, because you've already like launched the intentions out into the universe. And whatever change this is that's coming, it may feel uncomfortable. It may feel like, oh, it's hard to get to the other side of that, but you can do it. And you've got like everything in you to like magically move through whatever is happening in your life or whatever is coming up for you in your life. And that's what I got. What messages came through for you, Ash? Yeah, this deck is pretty amazing.
The chakra that I tuned into was the above the head chakra.
Okay.
And how I was seeing it was like a iridescent white heart that was just hovering above the head. And all of us, it felt like someone was like touching the top of my head, but not actually, like just hovering over, but I could feel, it felt like someone was kind of going like this gently. And then all of a sudden it felt like someone was like tickling my ears. So it was like my head and my ears were being like tickled. And I wrote from there, then I could hear angelic singing. I don't know what the words were, but it was like I could see it being sang down at me.
Wow.
And so I wrote, messages are trying to come in and get your attention, but there's like a lack of some type of presence. So they're like coming down gently, and maybe you are hearing things or having like these little nudges, and you're kind of like, you know, kind of not really pushing them away, but just not really paying attention. And so what I wrote was practicing presence, but how I was feeling it, I put my hand on my heart, and the second I touched my skin here, it was like presence, but through physical touch. So like running your thumb over, like I could see like sitting and rubbing the tips of your fingers, placing your hands on your heart, like very much like you're going to connect when you start to connect with your physical body. And then I asked, who was the messenger that was trying to share wisdom? And immediately came through Archangel Gabriel.
Wow.
He was the one singing over her. And there was no message other than Archangel Gabriel. And then I could feel and see the singing coming over me again. And that's what I got.
Wow. Oh my goodness. Yeah, Archangel Gabriel is the messenger of God. So maybe some message will be coming in for you at some point. Maybe you know what that message is already. Amazing. All right, you guys. So it's time for us to do our group energy clearing. So I'm going to guide all of us together through this energy clearing, and we're already within the Akashic records. I've already said the prayer. So we're going to all close our eyes and tune into our own energy. This is guided. And I'll also ask you to repeat after me a few times. So make sure that you repeat after me. And while we're doing this energy clearing together as a group, Ashley is going to be giving us Reiki. So let's take a moment to close our eyes. And again, thank you guys all so much for being here. We're so appreciative of you and the community and this space. And make sure to check out the course. All the links are in the description of the video. So yes, we all need the energy clearing. So close your eyes and begin to tune into your body, bringing yourself like deeper and deeper into the present moment as much as you can. Sometimes we like to escape into the mind, into the space up above and float. I don't want you to bring yourself. I want you to anchor yourself into your body. And as you do this, visualize a grounding cord reaching down into the earth. And this grounding cord is going to find a crystal in the center of the earth, near the core of the earth, and wrap itself around this crystal. And this cord and this crystal will be your anchor as we move through this guided energy clearing together. So if there's anything that you need to release, to let go, to just surrender to, give it to the earth through this grounding cord. As this is going on, I want you to bring your awareness to your energy field through your aura. This is the space around you. Focus on how your aura feels and ask if there is anything in this space that you feel maybe is not yours, maybe doesn't belong here in your sacred space. So I'm going to guide you through this mantra, and I want you to repeat after me. If you sense anything, but even if you don't sense anything, this mantra, this chakra will help us clear the space. So repeat after me. I clear the space of everything that does not belong here. I clear the space of everything that does not belong here. And I want you to just repeat that as many times as you need to until you feel the energy shifting and the full clearing of your auric field. I clear the space of anything that does not belong here. I clear the space of anything that does not belong here. I clear the space of anything that does not belong here. I clear the space of anything that does not belong here. I clear the space of anything that does not belong here. I clear the space of anything that does not belong here. I clear the space of anything that does not belong here. I clear the space of anything that does not belong here. I clear the space of anything that does not belong here. I clear the space of anything that does not belong here. And that mantra will continue on even if you stop saying it out loud. It's going to continue seeping into your auric field. And now I want you to repeat after me. Me within me is the clarity. Me within me is the duality. Me within me is the grace. I am the master of this space. Me within me is the clarity. Me within me is the duality. Me within me is the grace. I am the master of this space. Me within me is the clarity. Me within me is the duality. Me within me is the grace. I am the master of this space. And now that our aura is cleared, we're going to finish sealing it off. So I want you to grab either a sponge or water or anything that you feel is going to cleanse the space fully, light, whatever that is. Call that in and begin to clear the energy. Clean up your aura as if it was this bubble and you were making it sparkly clean. Nothing in the way. Nothing in the way. Clean every inch, every corner. Clear it all away. Clear it all away. Clear it all away. Clean your bubble. Clean your space. Clean your aura. Seal it in. And I want you to take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. And so it is. Take a moment to simply sit still, breathe, feel the shift. Simple, stress-free, clear. And as you feel ready, feel free to open up your eyes. Thank you, Ashley. And share with us like one word or one phrase, or how are you feeling after this energy clearing? We'd love to see it in the chat. And if there's anything that you noticed or felt, Ashley, because I know sometimes messages can come through while you're doing Reiki. If there's anything you want to share while we're waiting for them, feel free.
The one thing that usually comes up in individual, so I was like, it's very interesting how I was seeing this, because I kept saying the collective, whoever is in the live, whoever's watching the replay. I was removing things that do not belong to people, that aren't, just like anchoring them down into the denseness, and like almost like old versions of yourself. And so I could feel my heart getting really fluttery. So I asked Archangel Michael and Raphael to come in. And so I was like seeing the earth and all these like cords connecting out to everyone. And they basically were coming in and like cutting these dense cords that do not belong to everyone anymore. And then Raphael was like, I don't know what he was rubbing, but each cord that was cut left like a little open wound. And he was like going over the earth like this as I was channeling through the Reiki.
Whoa. You guys, we had some powerful angelic help during that. How amazing. Oh my God. Thank you. And then we've got these words in the chat. We've got free, tingly, tummy golden honey here. Supported. Maria feels release and relief, expansive. Chad says feeling peace. Anita says so alive and connected. Thank you. You're welcome. We've got gratitude. Shayna shed some tears. Love that. Carmelola, she says, I can breathe. Yes, I love that. Lish, I just did this outside under the stars. I used a power washer to clean my egg bubble this time. I love that. Yeah, we have a little joke in the Moon Goddess training, because every time we do this energy clearing session, everybody's little journey about how they cleaned their bubble is hilarious. All right. Trust, prosperity, tingles. I love it. Well, thank you guys so much. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to close the records. And then we'll be complete with this Akashic journey that we literally took all together, which was amazing. And then I'll share with you one more time. I'll invite you one more time to our mini course, and then we'll be done. So feel free to close your eyes as we close the records and just tune in. We're closing the sacred space together. From the deepest depths of our soul, we give gratitude and love. For we understand we are a fractal of that cosmic whole. As we give, so we get, open to all possibilities through all time and space. We walk through the Akashic portal back to our inner space, remembering that this wisdom lives within every cell of our being. Thank you, star beings, for holding this sacred space and for protecting us during this journey through time and space. The records are now closed. Satnam. You guys, this journey is going to be amazing. We can't wait to share with you guys our free 4-week mini course. If you're just coming in, check out the link below. You'll have to answer a couple questions about, what's challenging you right now in life. Where do you feel the most aligned? Where do you feel the least aligned? And we're going to give you the magical steps to basically put everything together, the process that we recommend that you go through when you are wanting to integrate your soul's blueprint. And this goes beyond just knowing your astrology, beyond just knowing your gene keys, beyond just knowing your human design. This goes into the embodiment, the integration of the teachings, and the unfolding and the clearing of your energy as you actually do the work. So what we did today was part of what we recommend, is that you're tuning into your energy. You're clearing the energy of, what's not mine, what's mine, getting very clear. Clarity is like the most powerful thing. Is there anything else you want to share with everyone? And if you guys have questions, feel free to ask in the chat.
I'm just super, super excited to get to share this with people. And the main thing that I really love in it all is once it kind of comes online for you, once you see all these maps, it's like what happens to your body after is like, it's, to me, it's like a reaction, like a good reaction, and then being able to anchor it in and start to find tips and tricks on how to really bring it into your body and live it out in the world it's amazing.
It's magic, literal magic. We want to invite you to learn how to do this for yourself. So yes, the mini course begins September 2nd, and it will be held on Tuesdays, 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern, for 4 weeks in a row. So thank you so much, Ash, for joining me today.
I had so much fun.
Me too. This was amazing. We're going to do it one more time before we start the mini course. So come make sure that you're following this channel, that you're subscribed. And again, the link is below to join the free mini course, where we are literally going to show you all the steps to find the treasure that is uniquely yours to find. You can live in prosperity, you can live in abundance, you can live in your purpose. And it all has to do with what's your map? What's the way to get there? So thank you all so much. And we'll see you all again next time. Sat Nam.